What's up YouTube's PZSN here. I've got a quick video to make for you guys. This is going to be a video on how to fix a loose insert with your Zippo. Alright, now I know in yesterday's video where I unboxed this Zippo, this is the Zippo bolted that I got yesterday, I had said that it had a very tight insert, but the insert has gotten considerably looser throughout the day, so I see a need to do this, alright? So, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Now, there are actually 3 different things that you could try. The one that a lot of people do is they will take the insert out, and, well, basically they'll do this. Here's actually another Zippo that I brought up as an example for why I actually don't do this anymore. But this is what I used to do. They take the insert out, alright, and then what they do is they'd squeeze these sides together like that. Alright, but the reason why you don't want to do that is A, because it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. Believe me. In my experience, it maybe helps a little bit, but it's so minuscule. But what it also does is this. Take a look at the lip here. Yeah, you see that? See how much further out this is poking out from the lid? Yeah, that will happen. Some Zippos come like this, but, you know, it just doesn't look good. And if you do that, it will only get worse. So, yeah, that's why I don't do that. Another thing you can do is you can take a little tiny piece of electrical tape. Alright, so basically what you would do here is you would take your Zippo. Alright, you would open the Zippo, take out the hinge, and then you'd put a little piece of electrical tape over this, so that way it kind of covers up this little piece here. You do that to one side, and then when you put it back in, your insert would be snug forever. It would not move around. And while that is indeed the most effective way to immobilize the insert and to prevent it from sliding around and such, well, like you might assume, electrical tape melts. And when you are using your Zippo as a lighter with that electrical tape there, it's going to melt because of the heat. And then it's going to make a big mess. And it's disgusting. So, yeah, obviously you do not want that happening. So, yeah, electrical tape works, but it's messy, so I would not recommend it. Even if you don't use your Zippo as a lighter, it still just melts over time. It just happens, so I don't know, maybe I've got crappy electrical tape or something, but, you know, you can imagine that when you use it as an actual lighter, it would melt. It does melt. It's disgusting. So, that's out of the question. So, that leaves us with one more thing, and this is actually what I'm going to be showing you is, well, it involves a dime, okay? Now, if you're not a U.S. citizen, if you live in another country that might have a different type of currency, use the smallest coin that is in your money, that's in your currency, okay? The smallest one, alright? You know, I just find that a dime works the best for this. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you how this will work. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the Zippo and we're going to take the insert out. Now look at how loose this is. Well, I mean, I can't really explain it to you, but you know, if you remember last time I was like really going at it like that. Because it was so stiff, but now it's just gotten so loose I can pull it out with like 2 fingers like that, or I mean, you know, using 2 fingers on either hand, I guess. It's gotten insanely loose. And something else that's interesting is that a lot like the one that Speedog 138 got, it's like insanely loose like this, but this isn't actually a concern to me at all. I'm just concerned that this is loose because obviously when I am, you know, opening and closing this, the insert rides up like that. You can see that it rides up considerably. So anyway, what I'll do is that, okay? Then what I'll do is I will take out this flint screw. Alright, take the flint screw off. I'll take out the flint. And then I will remove the felt pad. Let's see, this will help me out a little bit. There we are. This felt pad's a little stubborn. Alright, there we go. There's the insides of that. Then what I'll do is I'll take the dime, I'll insert it in like this, and I will twist the dime. Now you don't want to twist too much, and it's gonna feel like nothing happened, but believe me, you want to make sure you do this gently. So I'm just gonna turn about that much, and if you look at it, you'll see that it's kind of bent a little bit outwards. So let's go ahead and try it like that, see if that does anything for us. I guess it does a little bit, but it could be better. So let's now try it again. A little bit more this time. You can see that it again bent it out a little bit more. And I definitely felt a snugging there. I guess this Zippo is kind of shaped like a V, kind of going down. It gets narrower and narrower as it goes down. That's just my theory behind that little sudden snugging. I'm going to do it a little bit more though. Actually I did it this way, right? Yeah. There we are. Actually, I don't know if that did anything, but yeah, let me actually bring it out just a little tiny bit more. Okay. There we are. That might be it. So let's put this back in. Well, it still seems to be about the same as it was, 2 times ago, but there is a little spot towards the bottom where it's got a little bit more resistance, which I'm happy about. Now, it will still ride up on you a little bit, but not as much. I mean, you saw it didn't go up quite nearly as much as it did before. So, yeah, I find this to be the best solution. This actually is what Zippo does when you send in your Zippo for repair. They will do the same thing. Maybe they don't use a dime, but they'll kind of lightly bend out the insert like that to ensure a perfectly snug fit like that. So yeah, anyway, that is that. Hopefully you go. Oh, you know what? We need to put the Zippo back together. I'm glad I remembered that. I always forget to do that. Have you ever noticed that? So take your wick or your flint, put it in struck side down. So find the shiny side, just stick it in there, that little tube. Right there. Then put your flint screw back on. Actually, before you put your flint screw back on, put your felt pad back on. Now we'll put our flint screw back on. So that way that will hold the felt pad down for us. And for me, I like to screw these down hand tight just so that I don't really need any, like extra tools, or so I don't need to use the case to unscrew it. It doesn't really matter though. If you prefer to snug it down, that's fine, but I haven't had any problems just doing it hand tight. Now, there you go. That is a reasonable Zippo. Something else actually that I discovered while playing with Zippos is that this will sometimes cause an insert to rise up, so that and the insert goes up a little bit. Just something else to take note of. It might just be that maybe if you're doing this a lot, or something, if you like to whack things against your hand, that will cause the insert to rise up a little bit. Just an observation I've made. Also, another observation I've made is that the video is blue now. Why is the video blue? Come on, fix yourself. Come on, you're good. Come on, let's do it. Thank you. Alright, don't need blue video. Anyway, that's that. Just well, I guess I hope it's quick, I don't know. But that is how I fix my loose inserts. So thank you all for watching. I will see you in my next video. Adios.